Let's check our settings real quick. Yes, yes, yes. We should officially be live on the stream. We are going to be finishing up our amazing, amazing meal. And to start off, let's pop this wide open. Let's close this one up, though. Boom. Let's pop this open. Yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we've been cooking this since the morning. And if you guys want to know what it is, this is a pork shoulder for all of you watching around the world. We start today on the stream in the morning. I showed you how to start the barbecue. You can go rewatch that one. I showed you how to... What the hell is that? Apparently, there's some dolphins hopping around, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen this channel, we drink amazing, amazing whiskeys, and also, this is the Whiskey River channel. Don't forget, we do cook amazing, amazing meals. So, for all of you watching, you can go rewatch how we did earlier. Don't forget, every video that you see on this channel, make sure to hit that like button, comment in those videos. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Charcoal grill. And a beautiful, beautiful smoked pork. Now, I'm not done with this. We did 2 streams so far. Morning stream, a tutorial, and a second tutorial of how to mid cook, basically after a couple hours. We got parrots out here after a couple hours of cooking. You can see what I did. And hopefully I teach you a little bit something. So what we're going to do is now we're going to take this off and we're going to actually wrap this. We're going to wrap this up. Okay, perfect. Took it off. Here we go. Took it off. To turn this off, all you had to do is close the bed at the bottom. And up top, close that up. Beautiful. So now you're going to see what we're going to do. The final steps. And here we are. The final steps. First you want to do is pop open a beer. That gives it a good amount of moisture on here. I could probably put 2, another beer maybe. Now what you want to do is You want to add a little bit of this. This is a Creole. I don't even know what Creole means. But it's really, really good. Really, really good. Okay, you gotta wrap this around. I'm gonna probably put one more beer. Let's go on and put one more beer. Here we go, one more beer. So a total of two beers of these. You could use any beer you want to. This is what I got right now. There's 2 onions. I put 2 onions. I put white and yellow onions. So you have a mix of different onions. Now the onions are going to give it that beautifulness on this pork. And look at this. It just looks real nice. We're trying to center it. There you go. Center as can be. Okay, now this is the hard part for me. I don't like wrapping. I don't even wrap Christmas presents. I just stuff them in a bag. But we have to wrap, so here we go. These are the 2 that I used. We're going to be drinking soon. Let's get this Stagg out of the way. Brand new one. Really, really good. Ooh. That did not just happen. Jeez. Now, I'm going to say this. There's a cheat code. There's a cheat code. Okay, I don't want to be out here all day. I'm really tired today. So, for all of you that are very, very tired, I've been busy going in and out of the house. So, the cheat code will be to use your oven, okay? After you smoke up your meat in the barbecue, the cheat code will be using your oven. I have it at 365, and I'm going to put it in there. Gotta lock in all that moisture. Okay, I gotta do the center. You can tell this is not my forte. Yes. You can tell this is not my forte. I'm the last guy you want to wrap your gifts. But it doesn't take rocket science. All you have to do is cover it. Make sure that there's no steam that comes out of here. Okay, this should be enough. I think I'm going to do one more pass here. And let me open this up. I just bought this recently. That's it, one more. That's it. It's got to be bulletproof by now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Look, it looks like a dead body. Yes, yes. We got a dead animal part in here. The point of the matter is, close these sides. Make sure that there's no moisture coming out. And voila, that's it. That's as easy as it gets. The hard part is waiting. Now, the reason why I tell you use it in an oven is because I don't have time. I don't think I'm gonna have enough energy to keep it on the grill. But what you could do is you could keep it on the grill too. If you put it on the grill, all you're gonna do is all those charcoals that you have to the right side, you're just gonna disperse them throughout the throughout the barbecue, and you could cook it like that. But it has to be like this. You got to hold in all the moisture, and that's what creates your pork to get nice and soft, nice and soft. Okay, let's start putting whiskeys on here. Over here, member for 1 month. Thank you so much. Is that Bruce? That's Bruce Wayne. Yes, it is. That is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne. Shout out to Bruce Wayne. Member for 1 month. And for all of you, don't forget to renew your membership. Over here. Let me see. Thanks for the membership. Thanks for the membership, Bruce. We're gonna say we had to thank. You had to thank my ranchers. My ranchers really do love to build up this community. And if you don't know already, we stream every single day. I know a lot of you do. Watch me most of the time, every day when you have the chance. I know it's a weekend, so I know it's a little bit slow. We had a good stream earlier, the first stream that I had earlier. You could go rewatch that and you could see how I started up the grill. And on the stream, what I'm planning on doing is I showed you taking off the pork, and Bruce will say, Bruce, we're gonna drink some whiskey. Yes, I haven't drank Buffalo Trace in a while. So let me set up a little bit more. And this is what really does it. You need to put that on your pork. It's really good. Bruce Wayne, thank you so much. So here we go. I'm going to put that inside. And I think I'm going to bring out one more whiskey. Okay, here we go. I know it's a weekend. Let's back up a little bit. We're going to put some water on the side. Put some water on the side, and we're going to move this. Move this over here. Beautiful. I love the fact that I can just start a stream and I do everything last minute. You guys think everything's planned, but it's nothing. Nothing here is planned, and that's the beauty of these streams. The beauty of these streams is I click the button and we are live, and I love that about all of you that are watching because you guys appreciate it so much. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So, for all of you watching, we are officially going to start drinking something. What is your favorite drink of the day? Favorite drink of the day today? We had some tequila. But for all of you, what is your favorite drink of the day? I want to know in the chat room. What is your favorite drink of the day? It could be anything. You could be drinking Kool-Aid for all I know. If that's your favorite thing, or beer, whatever it is, wine, you name it. If this is a whiskey channel, so on this whiskey channel, you already know, we're going to be drinking some whiskeys. Now, one thing I want to say is I haven't had Buffalo Trace in a darn minute. So, to start off the stream, we're going to put this aside for now. I want to drink Buffalo Trace, and that's what I want to do. So, here we go, the first start of the stream. Buffalo Trace 1.75 is the best bottle you can find for cheap. You get a lot of whiskey and you just get, most of the time, nobody knows, but some of these do taste a little bit different. It's crazy to know that a lot of people don't know that. But if you do get the 1.75, sometimes you will get a good bottle. Sometimes you'll get a decent bottle. Sometimes a lot of brown sugar. It all depends on what year, what batch you get. But I do know that it's been always a thing for me. Whenever I pick these up, they're all just a tad bit differently. So here we go. Let's drink a sip. This is Buffalo Trace, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Let's drink a sip. That is so good. I have a lot of these. And each one that I open up, every time is just a tad bit different. Now, the crazy part is that I want to tell you guys ahead of time. We'll have single barrels here, right? So here we go. I'm just going to teach you a little bit something. We have 4 single barrels here. They're all single barrels. These are private select. Those are single barrels there, okay? So what a single barrel is, basically you're getting juice. You're getting juice from one barrel from that distillery. That's what it is. And the beautiful part is, sometimes, not all the time, they do tell you the barrel number. They tell you everything about the barrel on the stickers. Like this one on the top, it has it. On this one, it tells you right here, barrel number on the bottom. I think that's pretty cool. Now, when it comes to cool, this doesn't have that, right? This doesn't have that. Buffalo Trace bottles don't have that because these aren't single barrels, right? But for some reason, you do have each one of these bottles. It's a tad bit differently. Let me drink a sip. This is so good. So good. A little bit of cinnamon, a little brown sugar on here. Going through my palate just nicely. The oak note is very beautiful and very good and not overwhelming. I'm going to say this. One thing about this one is I almost get like a cobbler kind of a taste. Let's drink this. Like a blueberry cobbler on just this one bottle. And even nosing, blowing out on the nose, I still smell like have like a blueberry kind of a cobbler kind of a nose. I'm gonna say I love this. I love these. They always surprise me. I buy them just initial because I know, in fact, that each one of them are going to be just a tad bit differently. And we have no age statement on here. We also have no single barrel sign here. Now, these aren't single barrels. Also, there's no small batch in here. Nothing says small batch. So at the end of the day, it's basically a blend, right? Blend of different barrels. But this is so good. It's really, really good. Let's drink this up. There was a year that I got some information about this. And ever since that year, I started buying a lot of these 1.75. There was a year that I learned that these whiskeys, these big bottles, not the small 1 liter, it's not the 750, no, the big ones. I learned a long time ago. There was an employee that talked to a certain guy and told me, and he said that if you ever buy any of the big bottles from the year, you're going to get almost an older age bourbon in there that they have so much of it. When I learned that, I said, "What?" I said, "What?" I said, "What you mean?" And ever since that day, every time that I opened one, it was a little bit different. I just want to initially tell you this before we go on to drinking some of the other whiskeys. But if you do find these big boys, these are big, big, big boys. Right, my hands are big, so you can't tell, but it's 1.75. If you find the big boys, buy them. Price-wise, they go for $50. I know that if you go to certain liquor stores, you can find the liquor stores for like $120. Sometimes you find them for like ridiculous price, $150 for the big boys. So the prices on these almost secondary, you're looking at $80 to $120 to $150, and sometimes even $200. But that's enough of that. Now it's time for me to woosah and have some of the whiskey that I wanted to drink on the stream. I did bring you on the stream to tell you that we're going to be drinking two different whiskeys, right? Jack Daniels, I believe it was, and Buffalo Trace. Where's my Buffalo Trace? Wait a minute. Now, yesterday, first time I'd seen a live stream in a long time. I don't watch whiskey live streams. I just don't watch them. Me watching whiskey live stream is like me watching somebody tell me what I already know. I don't watch whiskey live streams at all. We do live streams daily, so I really don't have time to be looking around too much. But I can tell you, yesterday I saw one of the first live streams I've seen in probably years. When it comes to whiskey, right? And yesterday there was something wrong that I had seen. And I noticed that previously, the years before, there was a certain YouTuber that I know personally, just mentally. I mean, it's pretty common sense. I knew, in fact, that probably there was a 90% chance that that guy was getting paid by a certain company to put it in a certain list on the 100, top 100. And I knew this a long time ago, but I never even watched one of the whole stream. I've never watched a whole stream of the guy. I think many of you know who it is. You don't need to say it. But in the whiskey community, there is a couple people that are sponsored by a certain companies. It's just what it is. Certain companies, they pay high value price on certain whiskeys to be put on a certain rank. And once they're ranked, well, guess what? The company gets a little bit more sales. Right now, in the era we're in, I think a lot of companies need that boost because there's going to be tariffs. Next year, there's going to be tariffs coming out. Donald Trump's going to push a lot of tariffs, and it's going to really destroy a lot of companies that are small. Jack Daniels won't get hurt too much. Buffalo Trace, not so much either. Four Roses, not so much. They might get hurt maybe a small percentage. Well, let's just say the other distilleries that are smaller will get hit and pounded very, very hard. They'll get pounded so hard, they might have to file for bankruptcy in that year, in the next 4 years. And I think they know that already, so they're bracing for impact, right? But yesterday I saw a live stream and I was like, wait a minute, this can't be. A certain individual was placing a top 100, and he placed certain whiskeys on the top 10 that I don't feel that should be in the top 10 or top 20. But that's the thing with the whiskey community. I think if you guys are watching these streams, you know that I just don't give a darn. I do my thing, and I show you the best possible things. I don't accept freebies. I do know that there's a couple companies that made the 100. They reached out to me, and I never wanted to get any freebie because at the end of the day, you're just taking bribes. And I'm not looking to try to take bribes from certain companies. It's just not me. It defeats the purpose of me doing a stream and enjoying something because then I know I had to put it in the first place. But why am I saying this is because we actually have some of the top contenders of this year on the stream. We have actually We have three really good top contenders of 2024. If you really want to get into whiskeys, we have three right here, right in front of us. We have Cory Hill from Jack Daniels. If that wasn't put in, none of the Jack Daniels will put it into the guys' 100, top 100. And also another great contender for a rye, single barrel. This barrel proof Jack Daniels rye it's got to be the best rye in the world, right? The proofing on there is just so ridiculous. The Cory Hill is so much candy. And the newest Stagg has to be one of the best Staggs to ever be released in probably in the last couple of years. That one right there, 24C, is really ridiculous. And we just popped it open the other day. How has it balanced out ever since we opened it? We'll see. But I want to show you. I personally don't think a whiskey should be ranked by just sipping it by itself. Personally, that's my thing. New thing I've been thinking about, and new thing I've been really inducing into the streams is to add a little bit of ice or a little bit of cold chilled water. It does balance out a little bit of some of the flavors that you can't find initially. I do know that these are high proof whiskeys, and Americans love them high proof whiskeys. Not only do they love them high proof whiskeys, but if you come to America, one of the #1 whiskeys out there, anything that's barrel proof, cask strength, high proof, that's what we want. That's what all the Americans want. Why am I saying this? Well, because this should really be in the top 10. It is really, really good. And today, I'm going to try some of these out here to see if I want to put them next week on our bracket. I want to do a bracket for all of you so that you guys can focus on buying certain whiskey, maybe five whiskeys, if you see it January or February or March. But I can say this. Let's start doing this. Let's start drinking one of these. Which one am I going to drink? And I'm also going to get purified water. Let me go get some purified water. Okay, let's start off with one of them. Which one should I start off with? Man, I think we should go sticking to Stagg, right? Let's clean this out. Here we go. Let's drink this. Okay, nice and clean. Okay, first thing is first. I want to go straight into this, okay? This is Stagg, yes, from Buffalo Trace, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. You're looking at 128.9 proof, 64.45% ABV, at 24C. This is a batch. Let's pop this open. Well, this is the newest of the Stagg line, okay? Newest batch. And we drank it last week. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculously good. But how good is it? Is it something that's going to really be stuck in my head forever? 24C. We did show the 24B, which I don't have it out here. I have it inside. I didn't want to bring too many of these because we did two of them. I wanted to focus on this one. So, on the nose. Let's go on the nose for all of you. This is Stagg 24C. And I don't think there's a review online. There's no review online, so let's go nose this one out for all of you. This might be the first review you ever see on Stagg 24C. Let's smell this up. Woo! It has a usually you don't find like creaminess on that vanilla on here. You got a lot of creamy vanilla. It's almost like a spike of vanilla. Oak is really, 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 it's really, really nice. This is really, really one of a kind. There is a certain fruit you can smell in there. It's a darker fruit. It's nothing sweet, a little bit darker fruit in there. And what I'm going to do is, when I take my first lick on this one, I'm also going to be throwing it down. So we can put this over here for now. I'm going to throw it down real good. So here we go. Let's drink this up. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you haven't already, let's drink this up. That is ridiculous. Strong amount of caramel. A lot of caramel filling up my mouth. A lot of caramel. There has to be a fig in here. What I'm tasting is like a super strong taste of a fruit note, and it has to be a fig. It's a nice, beautiful array of everything. It's very, very rich, very nice. I personally don't even want to put water, but I'm going to put water on here. It's very rich and nice. Man, that's good. Man, that's good. Okay, let's drink this up. Here we go. It's so rich, man. It's so rich. So rich. Caramel. A good array of caramel. It just fills my mouth. I get a little tad bit of like a little cinnamon on there. Cinnamon, a little bit of like white pepper falling through. And then the one thing that just stands out to me here, that little fig fruit note, dark, very dark, super ripe. And you can tell my lips are chapping, super dark, super rich. But that caramel just sticks out. The caramel really sticks out here. Oak note on the finish. The oak note is just wrapped up with that nice little fruit. The fruit note doesn't take over too much, but it's there. You can really taste it. And then, boom, at the end, just long finish, long and strong, but it's not spicy. It's not a seasoned oak. It's not anything crazy. I can say the oak note is almost more lenient towards like a toasted oak note. You know, if you don't know toasted oak note has a sweetness and almost has a little bit of bitterness at times. It has almost like a toasted oak note type of a feel. I'm going to say this ahead of time. We're going to try it with a little bit of water. So far, so good. And I think this one might just be the B. Maybe. The B has a lot of fruit. And this one's tuned down a little bit with that fruit. It just has a one-liner. That other B, 24B, really outstanding. But this is more in the realm of being like a victory bottle. Okay, let's put a little bit of water in here. Whew. I drank some tequila earlier, and man. Okay, here we go. We're gonna drink this now. I still think this is like this has this has the punch. This has the punch that you need. It has really everything you really want. It's really, really good. Okay, here we go. Let's try this out. Now with a little bit of water. Let's try this out. Here we go. Cheers, 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 all of you. I do know it's Saturday. We had a good stream earlier when I first started off the stream today. We had a good stream earlier. Here we go. Let's try this out. Wow. That brings out a little bit more flavors that I had before. A lot. Now I'm getting a good array of cinnamon now. A good array of cinnamon now. A lot of cinnamon compared to before. I'm getting brown sugars now. A good tone of brown sugar, as a matter of fact. It's like brown sugar with a little bit of strong ripe fig. A little bit of fruit note on there. But the brown sugar is, before it wasn't so out there. Now it's mingling good with that caramel. It's very nice. It's very nice. But the cinnamon, it has a little bit of cinnamon, just goes through with it. It's really, really nice. And then I get it on the end, on the finish. I get a little bit of pop of like a little bit of pepper, maybe white pepper. I'm gonna say maybe black pepper, a little bit of like peppercorn on the finish. We can't say that the oak note is seasoned. The oak note is not seasoned. I still feel that this is on the basis of a toasted oak note. It doesn't leave my mouth dry, so it's not a dry oak note. And it's not a seasoned oak note because I could find that one liner of that little cinnamon at the beginning when I first drank this, and then throughout the finish when it just starts tuning down, you can find a little bit almost like a little pepper pop. I don't find any rye in this one. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't find any rye in this one. And I think that's why I actually really like this. For what it is, for this to be amazing, man, you find a bourbon out there that doesn't have a lot of baking spices and a lot of rye spice, you might have a winner. And I think here on this one, I think we have a really, really good one. Let's drink the rest of this. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. That's top 10. That's top 10 quality. Top 10 quality whiskey. And the fact that yesterday I watched a whole live stream. I never watch live streams. The fact that yesterday this was not put. This was nowhere put in any. There was two whiskeys that weren't put. No Jack Daniel's Cory Hill was put in the top 100 of one of the biggest whiskey. How can I say? We're not going to even say whiskey channel. We're not going to even say whiskey. We're not going to say influencer. One of the top whiskey influencers when it comes to tasting and putting ranking. He did not put that in there. And I did see the whole stream. I was laughing. I was actually laughing. I was saying that the producers on the stream, they're watching the History Channel, Ancient Aliens. That's probably what they were doing. Because they weren't paying attention to the guy. They weren't paying attention to Homeboy. I think he completely messed up on his flight. Now, if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, let me just explain to you. Okay? If you have, it's happened to me before on the stream. You guys already know, you see me do blind streams. Okay? If you have a pack over here, so say I put 2 here, and there's 3 more. There's 3 more, 2 more, right? Usually I scale it down to 4 or 3. I never put 6. It's hard to do 6 and 6. So I've usually put a small group over here. So the guy, he put a small group over here. And then he put another group, which we're going to use these waters as we're going to use these waters as a little just a thing here. All right. So what he did was he put these two, which this group was supposed to be in the top 5, okay? Top 5, he had said it. Top 5. And it's happened to me before, but you guys have corrected me. And sometimes when I'm on stream doing something, doing a blind, like I'm just so focused on the whiskey taste, the flavor, the ranking. Remember, I don't have a piece of paper. The man has a piece of paper. A little bit different. But if you're doing A to Z, that's crazy. That's crazy stuff. So the guy ended up, those are top 5, right? Those are top 5. And we're talking about one of the biggest, I'm not going to say his name because I don't need to promote a guy that's getting paid by a company. I don't like that. But the point of the matter is I've known that for the longest time. And yesterday I figured out, I was like, it has to be that. Okay, so these are right here. These are top 5, right? These are top 10, but 6 through 10, right? So what he did was, all right, we're gonna do 6 through 10, 6 through 10, and then he grabbed one of his favorite ones, which was A. It was A, right? And A was Little Book. I've told many of you never to buy Little Book. Reason why you shouldn't buy Little Book is because the price on Little Book doesn't equate to what you're getting in. The price on Little Books, any of the Little Books that you get, you guys already know the Little Books. You've seen it. It doesn't equate to the juice that you get in the bottle. So we could just scratch that off the hill, right? But he said that the A group was the top 5. Man, he's grabbing it, and he's going to start ranking 6 through 10. It's happened to a lot of us. I'm pretty sure it's happened to everybody. If it's happened to me, it's happened to everybody. So he grabbed this, and he started doing the top from 6 to 10, which this is supposed to be 1 to 5. It was crazy. And the producers let him do that, and whatever. Let him do that, so be it. Let's put this away. Let's put this over here. And then the other group, which was supposed to be in the 6 to 10, he grabbed the other group after and he put them 1 to 5, which is wrong because this is the group that's supposed to be 6 to 10. So I saw it yesterday, and I thought, you know what? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what happens when you have too many whiskeys on the stream. And that's a top whiskey. That's a top whiskey influencer that gets paid by companies to put them in rankings. And I figured that out yesterday. I mean, I knew it, but it confirmed it yesterday. So I'm 99.9% sure that that's what happens. And if you guys already know, there's a certain person that puts a ranking, top 100 ranking around the world in America. And that guy, yes, that guy is a guy. Nothing to take it away from him because the stream was a fun stream. I don't really watch streams. But we are a big whiskey channel, and we are here to basically say, you know what, we are trying this one now because, well, he doesn't have it on the list, and this should definitely be in the top 5. So now that I have this, I'm going to drink the other whiskey that he didn't have, okay? We drank that already. I'm going to drink the other whiskey that he didn't put in the top 10, which I feel this other whiskey should be in the top 10. Let's finish the rest of this. Now, if you think I'm going to get another glass, you are mistaken. I'm not going to get another glass. Here we go. We're going to go straight into this. This is Cory Hill. This is another one that should be in the ranking, but it was not in the ranking. And yesterday, what I had said, they caused him to get a little bit cranky. He got a little bit cranky. The producer read my message to him, and he called me. He called me the whiskey reefer. Whiskey reefer. I don't smoke no reefer, man. Anyways, the point of the matter is, let's drink this up. You honestly have to be smoking some reefer if you're doing 100 whiskeys on one stream. Even doing A through Z, you're smoking a lot of reefer. That's straight up what it is. There's no possible way you can do A through Z unless you have a paper that tells you which you're going to rank each of them. There's no way. Unless you have a paper that tells you from A to Z which is which and you're picking out which is which, ain't no way, my man, you could do. I don't care how professional anybody can be. There's no way on the stream. We should all ask the quantum computer and see if the real answers. There's no way. It's going to say 99.9%. Okay, let's drink this up. But I thought it was a good stream. It was fun. It allowed people to get mad in the chat room, and it kind of showed how anybody can manipulate anything, especially if you're getting paid. And I will tell you guys this: you know what time it is? We're number one. We don't like to do that here. It's cheating. If I tell you I'm cheating, I'll tell you. Just like when we took off the pork from the barbecue. I told you I'm about to cheat, and what I did was I put the oven on. And what time did I put it? Oof! I got to put a timer on there. I didn't put a timer. Point the matter is, I put the oven on, and I told you guys I don't want to put it on the barbecue. I want to just put it inside. And am I cheating? Yes, I'm cheating. But I'm telling you I'm cheating. I'm telling you. And we don't really do any of that here. We try to stay as confident as possible so that you guys, when you guys buy your whiskeys, you know which is good. I want you guys to know which bottles you should be going for and not go for those dookie Penelope bottles. Anyways, let's pour us up. Yo, water to the chat room. I think everybody's working. Everybody's probably working and busy. Today is Saturday, but it's okay. We're probably going to do a short stream. Point of the matter is, okay, this is a bottle that should be definitely a top 20. Top 20. Okay, Jack Daniels, I do know that they do see a lot of videos that go online. They see a lot of short videos, long videos, and live streams about their bottles. And I can say Jack Daniels has came a long way. Now, the reason why we have something like this and some of the other ones like the rye over there is because, well, they were falling behind. Jack Daniels was falling behind in the hype. Okay, they were falling behind. It was the distillers out there just doing a hell of a job. And Tennessee wasn't really putting anything out there that was high proof and ridiculous. They were putting out good single barrels, but they weren't putting out high proof bangers. They were never putting that out. So in the last couple of years, let's go back to like the last couple of years, maybe a little bit before 2020, they started their best to try to release some age statement whiskeys, which the age statement whiskeys is what you're paying for, right? If you're buying your country American, you're trying to get some good whiskey, and you have no age statement on there, and you're paying $100. I mean, you feel like you're getting ripped. There's a lot of people that don't know, so they see no age statement, they still buy it. They get ripped. And that's why there's a lot of people that are new into whiskey. What they do is they go straight to Bullet. They go straight to Redemption, and they go straight to other companies out there. They're just cheap. They're cheap, but they're not that good, right? So here we go. Let's start drinking this one. And let me see in my head where I want to put this. If I want to put this on the top. I know we're going to put this on top. But I want to see what I think of this right now today after I had everything going on. I want to see how this is. My bottle has gone up to halfway, and that's a really good thing. Oxidation is really good for these bottles. Okay, here we go. Let's try it out by itself. Look at the color on this. Ridiculous. Let's try this out. That is insane. That is insane. It's beyond remarkable. That is insane. Strong amount of molasses on here. A strong amount of molasses. Rich. It's candy-like. Candy-like. It's like hot caramel. Hot caramel, hard candy. Let's try this out again. Here we go. Cheers, Tennessee Jack Daniel's special release. 126.8 proof. 63.40% ABV. Let's try it out. It's almost like they put like a. It's almost like they put like a sweet corn in here. It's like they put like one of those purple corns. That's what it tastes like. That purple corn, rich, strong. You ever had a drink with that purple corn? I forgot the name of it, but it gives you that almost like a sweet candy. It's just sweet candy up in your palate, up in your mouth. That's what she said. It's just insanely insane. And then the oak note on here. The oak note on here is like buttery oak note. It's a little bit of, okay, let me just tell you the notes that I'm getting. I'm gonna tell you that now, but before I tell you that, I want to put a little bit of water on here just to see. Just to see. A little bit of water. This is 126.8 proof, and you don't even taste that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of water. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. The crazy part is that this has literally, it almost has like no baking spices. Absolutely about nothing. Nothing. Let's see if I can find any now. Here we go. You do get a little bit of spices. You still have that candiness, that beautiful candiness. Beautiful candy. It's like candy, hard caramel candy. Butterscotch. You know those, have you ever seen those? Have you ever had those? It's like a caramel, I forgot what they call them. Little butterscotches. Put them in your mouth, right? A little bit of pepper action, okay? A little bit of pepper action going on. A little bit of pepper. The oak note on here is very nice. I do get a ton of like pepper notes on my cheeks. Almost like white pepper and black pepper on my cheeks popping through with that beautiful creaminess. Also, we got a little bit of creaminess on here. The corn that they use on here, again, I will say, it does remind me of that purple corn that they make certain drinks. It's very nice, very sweet and nice. If you're a Hispanic, you know what it is. I don't know the name of it. I've tried it before many moons ago. It's almost like a red, I think maybe they call it a red corn. Incredible, 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 incredible. Let me pour more. Now, the one thing I say that blows me away is it's 126.8 proof, right? And when you drink this, man, it doesn't taste like that. So here we go. We have a little bit of water left from the last lick. Here we go. Let's try this out. Salted caramel. Salted caramel. Salted caramel. That's what it reminds me of. Salted caramel. Salted caramel nut. That's what it reminds me of. Salted caramel nut. Salted caramel nut. That's really nice. With a little bit of pepper. Caramel. Ooh, salted caramel. That's exactly what this reminds me. Salted caramel with a little bit. Oh man. It's getting nice. Let me drink the rest of this. With a little bit of vanilla ice cream. This is I could keep on drinking this, okay? I can keep on drinking this. A little bit of everything you can find when you put water in here. And this is another thing too. This is another thing that kind of pisses me off a little bit. Doesn't piss me off, but it's like, come on, man. When you're doing reviews, right? When you're doing your reviews, you should always try to add water. Now, what kind of water? Well, lately I've been using ice. I've been using ice, chilling in and taking it out. And it does spark up a lot of those sweeter notes. It tunes out a little bit of the spices. If you have spices in there, it tunes it down. And then also with water, if you put like cold water in here, also you get sprung up very, very much. If you have a short finish, when you don't drink it, when you drink it with a little bit of water, put a little bit, just drops of water, and the finish ends up sometimes being longer. It's crazy to know that a little bit of water just changes the whiskey all around. I think it's amazing. But you know what? Before we even talk more, because I want to keep on drinking this, our bottle's halfway. Look at the bottle. Our bottle's almost done. I got a couple of those, so I'm not worried. We have to drink this one. Okay? We have to drink this one. Now, there's a thing that pissed me off also on the stream that I had seen. Nashville Bourbon Company, right? Nashville Bourbon Company. Nothing. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. I'm not going to say anything crazy. I'm going to say, in general, for them to come out in the top 10 for years and years, I think that's crazy. But again, that's somebody's palate, right? Everybody's palate is very subjective. There's certain people out here that are watching the stream. They're not going to enjoy any of these things. They drink that. They're going to say, oof, that's horrible. They drink this. Oof, too much. Oof, I don't like it. Too much alcohol. And then they drink this one. That's the best one. Everybody has a subjective opinion, okay? You have, what does that mean? That means that you out there, yes, you out there, you watch, and Ripper Crew, I see you, Ripper Crew. You all have your taste buds, your own taste buds. There's some of you don't like vegetables. Some of you don't like to eat spaghetti. Some of you don't like tomato sauce. Some of you don't like mustard. Some of you don't like onions on your pork. Some of you like onions on your pork. And some of you don't like rye whiskey, right? Everybody has a different palate. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now, hit that like button for the stream. If you do me a favor, tap the screen a couple times. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up, baby. Let's get those likes up. Everybody has a subjective opinion when it comes to whiskey. Whenever I ask anybody that doesn't know about whiskey, they go, I love Jack Daniels. And you're thinking that they're talking about this. They're talking about this, or they're talking about the Coy Hill. But no, they're talking about the $15 bottle that you can find in any of your bars, right? The one that Frank Sinatra used to mix up with his Coca-Cola. They're talking about that one, that Jack Daniels, the Black Label. There's a lot of people around the world that still don't know about whiskey. So when people see top 10, they want to tune into those top 10 rankings. Well, the point of the matter is, let's start putting this in our glass. I think this is still undefeated rye. Now, my goal this year, before the year ends, my goal is to find more of these high proof. My goal is to find more of these high proofers. Look at the color on this, okay? My goal is to find a couple more of these high proofers of this year. That's my goal. My goal is that. But this is one of the best ryes of the year. Every year. It doesn't matter what year. One of the best ryes to ever come out. They just released this one. I think it was a couple years ago. I think it was last year. 2023 they just released this one. It could have been this year, but I think it was 2023. So here we go. Yeah, I think they first released this one last year, 2023. Okay. I'm going to taste this without any ice, without any water, without anything. Here we go. This should be definitely everybody's whiskey of the year every time. This Jack Daniels. Let's drink this up. Well, before we drink it up, let's nose this up. It has that sweet, almost like sweet candy kind of a smell that kind of has on the palate, but it has a little bit of fruit notes and a lot of pepper and spice, and good amount of rye. You could really smell through the nose. But again, this always should be a top 10 contender. So here we go. Let's try this out. Jack Daniels again, barrel proof single barrel. Here we go. The amount of spice on here is ridiculous. A lot of rye spice, baking spices, black pepper, white pepper, a lot of baking spices, a lot of caramel, good amount of caramel. The caramel is what makes this perfect. The caramel on there makes this perfect, but it has that punch. You could notice it's 130. It almost feels like 230. It has that punch. Now here we go. We're gonna put some water. But before we put some water, now some of you probably asking, why don't I show the yellow label? A yellow label single barrel because it's a has-been. That yellow, the old yellow, which I have inside, it's a has-been. You know what a has-been is? It's a thing of the past. There's so many other good products that Jack Daniel has that for me to show that to you guys, it's such a has-been. But if I do find one that has a high proof on the old gold one, which is the regular a barrel proof. It's not a rye, just a regular Tennessee whiskey. I'll buy it for you guys. Let's put some water in here. And here we go. So this one over here, you honestly, some of you honestly probably haven't been looking at these. You walk by these. Don't walk past these. Okay, when you go into the store, the first thing you should look for is these Jack Daniels. Okay, these Jack Daniels are the first thing you should look at. The reason why is because on the side, okay, on the side, it tells you the barrel house. It tells you the barrel house number. And I have a feeling the first number is the rack. It's going to be the second rack, right? I think that's what it is, the second rack. But the point of the matter is, there's also different proofing. There's different proofing. This is 130.5. I've been trying to find one that's close to 140. You can find those. But always, when you go to the store, look for these. These are the first thing you guys should be looking for. Really underrated, fantastic barrel proof rye. Should be a rye of the year every year. Really good. So here we go. Let's try this out. I'm really getting technical with these. I'm getting really technical. Let's nose it. Ooh. I like the nose. I like the nose better with water. But it has to be chilled water. Now there's the difference. Okay? The nose is going to be obviously a little bit cold water on here is not going to change the fact if it's cold or it's room temperature. Let me repeat again. Okay, if you put cold water and hot water in here, have some common sense. It ain't gonna change the nose. You can put this and this, not gonna change the nose. But what it will do, okay, the cold one will change a little bit of your perception on that palate compared to room temperature. I've learned that from all the years that I've been really trying out different things. Okay, especially when you're drinking a port wine finish. If you're drinking any port wine finish or port finish, anything that has port finish, you'll find a lot of fruit notes. Forget about this. If you put a whole ice in a whiskey that has, if any whiskey you get, say for example, say this one over here says single barrel port finish or port wine, whatever it says, right? If it says port, right, port finish, you're gonna get a lot of fruit notes if you get an ice bowl and you put it in there. I learned that with my old elk. The port finish, the old elk port finish. I remember it was just berries. I was just drinking berries. I felt like I was drinking wine, but it was whiskey. So just know, in fact, when you're doing these tastings, it's cool to add a little bit of chilled water. So here we go. We're gonna spin this around, and here we go. Let's try this out. Cheers to all of you. Now you see, this is getting to the point that it's almost getting that candy Cory Hill. I have a good rich amount of almost like a candy note on here. It's just falling through. And this is why I like these Jack Daniels. These should always be in the top 10. Barrel proof. The rye spice tune down a whole notch. I only get now white pepper, black pepper, tad bit of black pepper, but I don't get that huge hit of raw spice. If you want a huge hit of raw spice, you drink it without water, you're good. But the thing is now you're getting more balance. You're balancing more of that caramel and that sweetness on here, which I find really, really appetizing and really nice. I enjoy it more like this than that full raw spice punch in your face with that full, almost seasoned oak note. I like it more like this. It's a little bit more tamed down. It's perfect. It's outstanding. I can say that Jack Daniels, you know what? They don't get the praise like they should be. But that's better for us. At the end of the day, just all you have to say, tell your friends it stinks. Point of the matter is, this is straight doogie in the house. That's what you gotta say. They say, hey, should I get Jack Daniels? Say, no, straight doogie in the house. That way you get more. Let's drink more of this. Incredible. 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 Incredible, man. Incredible. Incredible. I'm going to say that right now. Incredible. Seasoned oak note. Now I'm getting that seasoned oak note on the finish. Seasoned oak note, 100% seasoned oak note. Black pepper, white pepper still there. It's getting more richer over time. Every sip I'm taking a sip, really, really rich over time. Oh, man. And the raw spice that you have on here, almost like baking spices, a little bit of pump of that rye. Not overwhelming with that caramel, beautiful caramel. Shoo, I want to drink more of this. This is really, really good. And you can find this more than Coy Hill. Coy Hill is hard to get, right? You can find this more than Coy Hill. You can definitely find this one more than Coy Hill. Now I would love to bring out my other Jack Daniels. I would love to bring out my other Jack Daniels, so maybe I might do that one. I might bring it out for all of you. But this right now, beyond me, it's really, really outstanding. I think this is something that people overlook this. If you're looking for any rye out there, you definitely have to try to get this. Let's drink the rest of this. And you know what? I think I'm going to go find my other rye. I'm going to go find my other Jack Daniels. Let's see if I find it. Finally found it. It was hiding. So this is the regular one. Then when this first came out, everybody went crazy for it, which everybody should go crazy for when it first came out because it was ridiculous. One of the best Jack Daniels that they had put out there. And this is from, I believe, 2021. They stored this in 2021. That you see over there, good. And over here it says over here, Rick number 15, which is pretty cool, right? So these over here were very much underappreciated. Very much underappreciated. Nobody really appreciated these when they first came out, but it was amazing. Now, this is the difference between Tennessee and Kentucky. Okay, people that buy these bottles are resellers. Anybody that buys Kentucky-style whiskey, they're resellers. They want to resell those to get a profit. There's a lot of people that do that. I don't know why they do that, to make $100. It's kind of pointless. You're driving around, you're basically making $50. But the point of the matter is, this is the official OG of Jack Daniels. I was able to find it. Let's pour a little bit of water on here. Now, let me say this. I've only drank a total of 2 of these bottles. I haven't drank too many of these. Only 2 of these bottles. This is my second bottle. You see it? Okay. So we're going to pour that up. Okay, here we go for all of you watching. I hope you're enjoying this stream. I wanted to do this stream for myself and for all of you. I hope you guys are enjoying this stream. On today's streams, we did 3 streams so far today. 2 tutorials in this main stream, right? This is the main stream. We got one amazing, shout out to Who Dat. We got one amazing, Who Dat send out some membership, so shout out to Who Dat. Shout outs to Who Dat. So here we go. Let's nose this out. This is a regular Jack. Barrel proof. Single barrel. Fantastic whiskey. But let's nose this out. Off the bat, I'm going to say this. Off the bat, ripe bananas, caramel, and cinnamon. Okay, off the bat, ripe bananas, caramel, and cinnamon. That's what I get right now. It's brown sugar. Now this is a. Remember, this used to be hyped up like the first. This was hyped up for, I think, like maybe 2 months or 3 months when it first came out, and then the hype died. The hype died with this one. So here we go. Let's try this out. That's nice. Vanilla, beautiful vanilla. Vanilla flowing through. Cinnamon. It's almost a banana split. Think of a banana split, okay, with a little bit of ice cream on the side, vanilla ice cream. And on the banana, they put caramel and cinnamon. That's exactly what you taste. Nothing crazy. But it's good. Nothing crazy, but it's good. So now that I have this out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of water. Getting some rain here in Miami. Getting some rain here in Miami. Okay, let's take this out. Who's aside? Let's see if the nose how it is. Oh, shoo! That nose is oak, 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 oak. Vanilla, 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 oak and vanilla. That's all I smell on the nose right now. After putting a little bit of water, oak, 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 and vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. Holy Lord! That to me is too much vanilla, man. Too much vanilla. They're gonna call me vanilla ice. Too much vanilla. It's almost like icing, vanilla icing. That's what I smell. Vanilla icing and oak. Woo! Hey! Dang! Okay, let's try this out. Here we go, let's try this out. There's a reason why this is not. There's a reason why this one. Let me say this. There's a reason why this one isn't too much in anybody's. I don't even like showing this too much. It's good. It's good. But the issue with this one is, it's almost like a one-liner. It's almost like a one-liner. A lot of those notes that you're tasting right now, they're there, but they disappear. They disappear. Not only do they disappear, but it does have those vanilla, nice vanilla. Nice vanilla. Oak is a little bit nice now, a little bit sweeter. It's getting sweeter as I'm putting water. I don't taste a banana anymore. At the beginning, without water, I tasted a good banana split. Now, they took out the banana on that split. It's basically vanilla with caramel, and they just cut some wood on there. It's a little bit different now with water. The banana split has turned into no banana split. Let's drink this up. If anything, the banana I'm tasting now is a banana with that black on it. You ever seen those ripe bananas with that black on it? You know, those bananas where it has a little bit of a, you're taking a bite of the banana, and then you get to this spot, it's like black. You're like, dang, I don't want to eat that. You throw it out. And then you get to the part of the banana, it's like moist. It's like moist and like, what the hell's that? It's starting to get like that now with the water. With a little bit of cinnamon, a lot of cinnamon, as a matter of fact, a lot of cinnamon, vanilla. I don't know where the hell the banana went. The fresh banana that I first had is gone. Don't put water in this. Don't put water in this. I'm going to tell you right now, don't put water unless you want that banana to age in front of your eyes. That banana will age in front of your eyes. Just put a little bit of cold water in here. It's game over, boys. You're going to have that ripe banana. That polka dot banana. Yes, yes. Okay, before I even say any more, I know I'm trying to be serious on this stream. The Reaper's finally coming out. He's coming out to play. I'm throwing them jokes out there. Okay, let's put this aside. Oh, is that glitter? Did I just see glitter? Did you guys see glitter? Man, I hate glitter. Anyone who wants to murder me, all you have to do is throw a ball of glitter on me. If you throw a ball of glitter on me, I'm dead. I can't stand glitter. Glitter, oh my Lord. I have like OCD. I feel like I'll have it on me for the rest of my life. If I live 150 years, I have all that glitter on my body for 150 years. Can't stand glitter. Can't stand glitter. Okay, so we did all these four. We did these 4 whiskeys. This is the newest Four Roses that I popped open. Newest Four Roses, right? Now I do know that we're straying away. We're straying away. Wait, time out. Okay, I know we're straying away from some of these son of a guns. Like this one, we're straying away from this one. Okay, we just talked so hard. We're so hard about this. Like this was a old store. It is an old store. We talked about that Stagg in the Cory Hill. We talked about it. Top 10. Top 10 has to be top 5 best whiskeys of the year, right? Best whiskey of 2024, right? Okay. Let's just say this. Let's put this over here. Let's talk about this a little bit. Nobody talks about some stuff like this. I mean, I can't understand. I don't understand. Does everybody have like money up their ass? Like when whiskey YouTubers, like when they scratch their ass, is there money like falling out of your asses because there's companies that are not telling you to show, these companies are telling you to show Penelope, that's telling you to show some other, is that what it is? Is that what's going on YouTube or social media on Instagram? We know on social media on Instagram, there's companies out there like Four Roses is not gonna pay. Look, Four Roses is not gonna pay influencer on Instagram to show these bottles, okay? It's not gonna happen. The only ones that do that are people out there, small distilleries. I already named one. I don't need to say that company again. But the point of the matter is, why the hell we don't see more of these on social media? Why the hell we don't see? It's because they're not paying the influencers. They're not paying. Four Roses not paying the influencers to post it up. So you ain't seeing. You seeing Penelope. Boo! You're seeing Penelope. You're seeing. Back in the day. We're gonna say back a couple of years ago. It was Blue Run. A Blue Run, I knew was a scam from the moment I saw those butterflies. Now, Blue Run is a company that started off on social media. They pushed their product. It was a small, and it's a smart thing what they did. I think it's a genius move by them to cling on to social media like Instagram, get people to post up, pay them, post it. I said I'm only posting it to hate on it because I know it's going to happen. So that company, hell of a job what they did. The marketing on that Blue Run, those Blue Run bottles, those so beautiful. All the women went crazy for it. They don't even know what it tastes like. They just went crazy because the bottle looked beautiful. And then the men, yes. The men out of the closet just going to buy those bottles and showing those bottles and getting paid. What ended up happening at Blue Run? Blue Run's a company, you can look it up. You don't know, but I'm telling you now. They got their fame online. They got their fame on social media. It was the only whiskey company that had a butterfly on it. Just like this one. This one has a rose, right? This one is beautiful rose. But Four Roses has been around for decades. They've been around for forever. Right? Beautiful. Nobody gives a damn about a goddamn rose anymore. Now, if Four Roses was to pay all the influencers, now everybody's putting tattoos of Four Roses on their goddamn arm and on their ass and on their titties, right? That's what it is. Some influencers on YouTube should, not in YouTube, but in Instagram and Facebook, they shouldn't be spewing their stuff. But it was very fun. That company that I thought was doing a hell of a job marketing, they rose to the top. They went all the way to the top. Blue Run ended up being a lower brand, lower than this. They rose to the top, and guess what? The man, the founder, the owners of the company, they sold it for multi-million dollars. If I could say, that's touche. Smart move, because you know that company was going to go downhill. You know what it is? 2025. A lot of these distilleries are good to go. These are good. Buffalo Trace, Jack Daniel's good, Four Roses good. They're all good. But there's a small amount of distilleries. They're not going to survive. Donald Trump's not going to let it happen. He's going to cut there. Yes. He's going to cut a lot of their, which I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's great. You guys might say otherwise. I think what Donald Trump is going to do is great. I think it's great. Everything he's trying to do for the country, I think it's great. Even these companies think it's great, even though it's gonna hurt them a little bit. These companies are gonna get hurt tad bit, maybe less than 10%. But that's still big, right? Less than 10% is still big. Especially on the ROIs. Every quarter they're not going to do so good, right? Because they're paying more for the barrels, they're paying more for the ingredients, they're paying more for everything, right? And to send them overseas, they're not going to have to boost up the price of some of these. Anyways, let's not talk about economy. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Four Roses and why it's on the picture. The reason why it's on the picture is because nobody talks about it, right? I can't put this on Whiskey of the Year this year because this is from last year. I have bottles from this year that I bought, but I haven't opened them. If I open all of them, what's the point? If I open all of them, what's the point? I have to be in the mood. And recently we had a stream that we had a lot of these Four Roses, and we popped them open because of you guys. You guys, you can send super chats, and I popped them open. But the point of the matter is, I haven't gone back to this one, right? I haven't gone back to this one. So this was a 10-year OESF. Supposedly this is fruity, minty, and full body. This is sitting at ABV 53.3% ABV. I like this. I want to say I haven't got a super chat on the stream, but it's okay. Okay, who dat sent a little bit of memberships today. It's okay. It's a weekend. I understand. Point of the matter is, let's start pouring this up. Okay, let's pour this up in the glass. Now, me saying that doesn't mean that I want super chats. I'm enjoying the stream. I'm enjoying you guys watching. All I ask right now for all of you that are enjoying this highlight reel of ESPN highlight reel, all I ask for all of you, hit that like button. Hit that like button, okay? That's all I ask. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. If it's the first time watching me from the toilet, if you're taking a dump right now watching me, hit that like button. If you're in the shower, you got me on the side of the shower, your hairy balls, you can't wash them, my man. Just shave that son of a gun. Hit that like button. If you were late that are watching me because you think my voice is sexy, hit that like button. If you think I got big titties, I don't. I'm a straight man. Hit that like button. Point of the matter is, you never know what I'm going to say, right? And that's the beauty of our streams. Unlike other people out there that want to be professional, we're as unprofessional as possible on these streams. That's why everybody loves the streams. We're as unprofessional as possible. When you think I'm not going to say the D word, I say the D word really loud. Point of the matter is, that's why people watch me. They watch me because they love this shit. They love it. Anyways, point of the matter is, let's get into it. Wait a minute. Time out. Don't get that. I have to. Some of you guys are like, dang, this guy was about to drink 4 hours. What the hell is putting George Dickle? He's putting George Dickle on the screen. There's a reason why I'm putting it on the screen, okay? If you're new into whiskey, please, don't allow influencers to tell you on social media or on YouTube. Don't allow influencers to tell you that this is a bad whiskey. Okay? If you like popcorn, if you like corn, if you like butterscotch, if you like a lot of hot butter, and if you like sweetness, you should like this one a lot. Now, if you don't like popcorn, you might be in the wrong. If you don't like popcorn, if you don't like popcorn, you might be in the wrong spirits, okay? Because all of these are made of corn, right? If it wasn't for corn, the corn that we have in America, we wouldn't have bourbon whiskey and rye whiskey and all these whiskeys out here, right? So maybe you're just looking at the wrong spirit. But this one over here, it is very, very much, it's unappreciated. I don't know what it is with some people out here. They have I don't know what the word is. They must have a PTSD of the Flintstones vitamin. Now, there's no Flintstones vitamins in here, but since they filter this out, okay, and they distill this in charcoal. They distill this and filter this out with charcoal, right? And with the water that they have around the distillery, it makes it almost like it gives it a little bit of a mineral vibe. There's a little bit of a mineral vibe because of the water. It doesn't mean that you're drinking Flintstones vitamins. There's companies out there that I'm talking about this. It's top 10 yesterday. The guy, we were talking about this, right? He put a whiskey that's a top 10. Well, as a matter of fact, sorry. Okay, the point of the matter is, let me correct myself. He did put a top 10 whiskey from a company that uses a lot of the barrels from this company, right? Cascade Hollow Distillery. There's a lot of companies that use juice from this district and this distillery and this city and this place, all right? So why the hell would you be buying $150 whiskey, son of a guns, that's blended with this when you could just buy this? Doesn't make any sense. Why? Because there's a lot of people that get influenced. I don't get influenced because it has a vitamin. Look, man, let me show you. I mean, knows it. Sweet corn. Sweet corn, man. It's like butter corn. Okay, let's drink it. Outstanding. Citrus. Almost like a citrus peel. Sweet corn. Butterscotch. Sweet corn. Oak note is very much non-existent on here. It's almost like they put a wall of citrus peel on the inside of those barrels. This is really outstanding, but you have to like corn. If you don't like corn, you're in the wrong spirit, my man. What the hell? Look, if you like potato, go to vodka, my man. You like potato. You like to say those words with your first date. What you told your date. Your first date ever in this planet. You told your date, hey, would you like some fries on the side? If you said that in your first date, well, guess what, my man? You're a potato head, and you like potatoes. These aren't your thing, my man. You gotta go to vodka. This is corn up the ying. Corn. Everything here, corn. Okay? If you like potato, you gotta get vodka. This is not a vodka stream, you son of a gun. This is damn whiskey. American whiskey, yes? And Tennessee is in America for any of you knuckleheads that you guys like, you know what, Tennessee ain't whiskey. Yes, it is. Son of a gun. The only reason why the bourbon is what it is because they made, back in the days, they used to deliver barrels off the ship, and they made a street called Bourbon Street, right? In Bourbon Street, that's how they got the name bourbon. Look, I'm not a historian, man. I'm just telling you. That's how that name, it's just such a cool name. And everybody just clings on to it because it's Kentucky. But they do have a different. Okay, let's be honest here. They do have a different. They have a different profile. Tennessee and Kentucky do have a different profile. When it comes to Tennessee, you have more of a sweeter palate. When it comes to Kentucky style whiskey, you have a full impact of that oak, because that oak that they use on there, remember the water that they use in Tennessee, it's a little bit thicker. So when you're getting a Kentucky style whiskey, remember you're gonna taste a lot of that oak note, that oak presence. Sometimes you're gonna have a full impact of that oak presence compared to Tennessee. And that's one of the main things between both of these whiskeys we have here. Well, this one too. I was from Kentucky. Anyways, look, I'm not a historian, man. I used to make fun of my history teacher. Yes, I used to tell him, "Hey, your pants are falling." Yes, let's put this away. I really have to clean that glass. Let's clean that glass. Oh, I put the wrong whiskey on here. We gotta clean that glass. Now, why do I have to clean this? Because it's very, very sweet. The only thing I can tell you guys what this reminds me of, it reminds me of, you ever gone to watch AMC, go to a movie theater? You know, in the movie theater they put a good amount of butter. Well, I usually ask for double butter, and the last dude that put butter on I'll never forget it. Fat dude. You know you in good hands when a fat dude gets your popcorn. He put empty bag. He got an empty bag. He goes, "You want butter?" I go, "Yeah. I want butter. Hook me up. Maybe I shouldn't have said hook me up. Long time ago. I'll never forget it. Fat dude. But I love fat dudes. Why do I love fat dudes? Because they know how to eat, my man. They know how to eat. If I want to break my diet, I tell a fat dude, I go, "Dude, hook me up." And the dude shows me like the craziest things. But think of the fattest dude you can think of in a movie, right? His belly was hanging out. His belt was really thin. I don't know what the hell he's wearing. I won't forget a khakis. He got his AMC shirt on. He didn't even have a hat on because he was so sloppy. His hat probably in the bathroom, he didn't even notice. But the point of the matter is, he got that popcorn bag. You know, it comes in like a bag. It's not a real like plastic bag. It's like a paper bag, right? So the fat dude, he goes, "Are you sure you want?" I go, "Yeah, hook it up." On the bottom of the bag, he put butter. I've never in my life thought that. As a matter of fact, was it a bag, bucket? No, it was a bag. It was a bag because that day I was cheap. I was being cheap. I remember. He had told me if you get a bag or a bucket, you still get unlimited popcorn. I said, "Give me the bag. I don't want the bucket." And the difference in price was like $10. Remember, I was cheap that day. He said, "Unlimited." I said, "Give me that bag. Give me the smallest little thing." But it wasn't small. It was pretty big. Point of the matter is, son of a gun, put hot butter in the bottom. Hot butter in the bottom. I've never seen this in my life. I don't even think the fat dudes on YouTube do that. Point of the matter is, I said, "Dang, this guy knows his stuff." He put a lot of popcorn in my thing, and I thought he was just gonna hand it to me. He says, "Watch this." And then he just filled the top, because it was to the rim. The popcorn was to the rim. Beautiful popcorn. The popcorn was like, it was golden like this, golden. It was so beautiful, that popcorn at the movie theaters. I miss those days going to the movie theaters. I don't think that fat dude lives there anymore. He doesn't work there anymore 100%. There's no way. Now it's Gen Zs. Gen Zs, they don't eat. Gen Zs don't eat. They don't even take their breaks. They think they're going to get money. Anyways, point of the matter is, forget that. The dude, fat dude, gets that popcorn. And I love fat dudes. They really know how to hold it down when you really, really need the munchies. He put all the butter on the top. A bunch of butter. Bunch of butter. It's at the bottom. Okay? To the bottom. The bottom had butter and the top had butter. I never would have thought that. Never would have thought that. Amazing, amazing. I get to sit down. When I'm sitting down in my theater, I remember it was before I took a bite out of the first piece of popcorn. I said, well, the best popcorn I ever had in my life, from a fat dude. Don't even know the name. The guy's name probably could have been Bob, Ryan. I'm pretty sure it was one of those. Maybe his name was Jamie. Jamie, yeah, maybe it was Jamie. It was Jamie. You know, in America, we use Jamie as a guy or a girl, yeah? Maybe it was Jamie. But I thought it was amazing. So maybe I'm promoting you guys, and maybe inspiring you guys to go to the movie theater. Go to the movie theater. The movie theaters are not going to be around forever. I think they're going to close down eventually. But let's not have a pity party out here. Let's drink this up. This is Four Roses. And why was I talking about the popcorn? It's because Tennessee whiskey, right? The one that we just had, it has a lot of that. It has almost like that butterscotch, hot butter, popcorn, corn, sweetness, and I love that. A lot of people don't even know what the hell they're drinking. Point of the matter is, let's drink this up. This is not going to be the one we're drinking. And here we go. Let's start stirring this up. Let's pour this up. There's a lot of people that don't know on YouTube. Let me just say this, okay? Let me say this. If you're watching my short video, any of my videos, and I show you Four Roses, it's a yellow label, okay? It's a yellow label, high proof. You see this? The proofing is high, and it's specially aged. You can see it on the side. So make sure of that, okay? Make sure of that. It usually comes with this. Make sure of that, because there's two of them. There's one that's brown. There's a brown label. Don't buy the brown label. It's like $50. This is about $100. Pay the extra money. I guarantee you'll enjoy this more than spending $50. Once you spend those $50, you can't get them back, so you might as well spend another $50. You get yourself these. These are the ones to get. Barrel strength. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Distilled and aged by Four Roses Distillery, LLC, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. This pump is open. What can I say about this bottle? I love all my Four Roses, okay? All my barrel strength Four Roses. These are the ones that I love. This year, I found a lot of 2024s. I didn't pop them open this year because I felt like, what's the point of popping open a bottle that some of you probably can't get? The reason why I say that is because these are strictly single barrels, right? Strictly single barrels. The barrel number is right here on the bottom. You can see 152U. Warehouse is SS. ABV 53.3% ABV. Now, as we start talking about more whiskeys on this channel, I talk about it on the weekends, right? I want to say this is one of the best values you're gonna get. If you're paying about $100 or even anywhere close to $100, you're getting a hell of a value. 10-year product, 11-year product, sometimes 12-year product you're getting on here, and it's ridiculously amazing. So here we go. Let's nose this out for roses. Just off the rip. Off the rip. Oak, strong amount of oak. Same thing that this said. Fruit. You get a little bit of fruit. Taint little fruit. Taint little fruit. Taint little fruit. Little tad mint, but it's not minty. It's not minty. It's just a tad little minty note. Nothing crazy. Smells up again. Brown sugar. Ooh, brown sugar. Good amount of brown sugar on here. And here we go. Let's drink this up, okay? Remember, don't buy any other Four Roses unless it's this one or the small batch select. The small batch select is $60. Okay, $60. There's only 2 Four Roses you should buy. This one and the $60 one. The rest, personally, I think you're wasting your money. Let's put this down. Let's drink this up. There it is. Woo, there it is. That has the fruits of it. There's my other Stagg. Not this one, but the other one. It has the fruits of. The fruits over. It takes over this. The fruits takes over this completely. Completely takes over this. I get a little bit of a bitterness on the finish. I can taste that bitterness, but that's the first sip. A little bit of bitterness on the finish. I'm figuring out what that is eventually. I'll figure it out now. But let's take another sip. Before we take another sip, I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. Okay, here we go. Let's taste this out. Second sip, a lot of brown sugar. A ton of brown sugar. A ton of brown sugar. The mintiness, there's not much of a mintiness on the nose compared to the palate. It's very light. You have a little bit almost like a floral, just a little floral spice. I can say maybe, what is that? That's not nutmeg. That's like a rosemary taste. Little rosemary taste on there. A little bit weird, but still good. Caramel nice, but the brown sugar is what really making this powerhouse what it is. With the fruit note on here, the fruit note is belong every note that I'm tasting. Really good. Really good. On the finish, it stays nice and fruity. Fruit of loom. It stays nice. Let's drink this up. Let's drink the rest of this. That is nice. Okay. Just drinking it by itself with no water. Every little note that I get just goes through. But the brown sugar on here really makes this a star. If the brown sugar wasn't there, that I'm tasting, with that caramel, that fruit note would be just annoying. This is perfect. Very nice. Oak note on the finish. We can say it's almost like it's perfect. It's not creamy. It's not creamy. It's not dry because my mouth would be. I would have no saliva. Oak note on here is almost a little bit spicy. Almost a little bit spicy. A little bit almost like. Not like spicy, like almost like seasoned. Floral. A little bit floral on here. My cheeks are popping. A little bit of pop on my cheeks. A little bit of cinnamon on here. A little bit of cinnamon on here. You can tell it's cinnamon because cinnamon. There's two notes that make your mouth get a little bit almost like that sourness. If you have a dry oak note is going to suck up all that saliva. And cinnamon. If you have cinnamon on your lips or in the palate, it sucks up some of your saliva. A little bit of cinnamon on here. Now, I want to do this. I'm going to put some water in here. Okay, here we go. Let's try this out. I want to say, Edgar Romeo, I hope you're having a great time over there. Hope you're having a great time over there. Shout out to Edgar Romeo, one of our great super ranchers in the chat room. Shout out to Edgar Romeo, and I do know a lot of you, it's Saturday. Saturday, if you guys are traveling around the world, visiting your family, that's amazing. I hope you guys really make it back in peace. Shout out to all of you. Okay, so let's put this over here. And now I'm going to try this out with water. I'm using this. I like this a lot. Really like this. Really like this. Okay, here we go. Let's nose this out. What? Hey, I don't smell any fruit notes now. It's completely gone. The fruit note on here is completely gone. Almost like floral, minty. Minty floral, and brown sugar on here. And a little caramel. Edgar Romeo with his $20 super chat. Shout out to Edgar Romeo. Edgar Romeo over here, $20 super chat. He says, in the chat room, Ripper Crew. I see you, Ripper Crew, and that's for all of you watching. If you're a member on here, you're part of the Ripper Crew, and I will say for all of you that have that membership, get that membership. There's a little fee on the month to get that membership. If you get that membership, you get a little bit more praise, and I do tend to give you a little bit of, if you ask any question in the chat room, if you have a membership, I do try to respond to you as much as I can. But Edgar Romeo, $20 super chat. Huge shout outs to Edgar Romeo. If you haven't already, hit that like button, and don't forget, that is one of our super ranches. He's one of our biggest moderators on here, biggest male moderators, because I don't think we have any non-binary people out here. I don't think we have any Gen Zs out here. So if you're a Gen Z watching, enjoy these streams. You learn something, my man, my lady. If you're a Gen Z, you're watching, shout outs to you. You made it through those days. Yes. Well, guess what? Now you get to learn what it is to have some good whiskey. These are not whiskeys that you chug. You don't chug this with your college friends. You appreciate this, and you give this to people that really appreciate whiskey. Edgar Romeo, thank you so much for the super chat. $20 super chat on stream. Thank you so much. Huge appreciation to Edgar. Okay, let me nose this one up. Really insane. Really good. Let's drink this up. By the way, I finished, I don't know if I said it already. I finished Squid Games. I finished it, Edgar, and April, I finished it. No more, I finished it. It's done. There's a sequel. There's a sequel next year, 2025. Squid Game. Anyways, enough of that. Let's drink this up. I don't like it with water. I'm going to say it off the bat. I don't like it with water. I don't like it with water at all. I don't find the fruit note that really just resembles this whiskey to be amazing. The fruit note was almost completely gone. I could taste a little bit of almost like everything that I don't want. Too much cinnamon on here that I'm tasting right now. The brown sugar is too now. The oak note on here. The oak note on here is a little bit too in my face. I don't want to find that oak note every second. I want to find a little fruit note, especially because this one is supposed to have fruit note. The mint on here, it's almost like a mint. They got over, you know, when you take it, have you guys ever taken out a mint? Once you take it out, it only lasts a couple days in your refrigerator. I don't recommend you put water on this. Don't put water on this. Let's drink this up. Caramel's there. The brown sugars are still there. We're really beautiful. But the rest is a little bit bitter. It's getting a little bit bitter. The oak note is getting a little bit bitter on here. And I just don't find the fruit note anymore. It's almost gone. I do find the fruit note now. I'm starting to find it. But again, there's a reason why you have to know how to drink these. The Private Select barrel strength. These are whiskeys to have without water. I do recommend you to have no water, no ice in this. Have it like it is. Again, this is not 120 something proof, right? Like the Cory Hill. This Cory Hill is 126.8 proof, right? This is a high proof banger. It's not like that. It's only 53.3%. You multiply that I'm pretty good at math. Multiply that by 2. You're at 106.6 proof. 106.6 proof. Right? 106 proof. You could do the math. If you guys don't know how to do math, well, this might not be your stream. Oh, I think the other day, what was it I did the other day? This is what I did. It's simple math. My total my total was $90.10. Okay, $90.10. All right, $90.10. I gave $100 to the cashier. Mind you, this is a cashier. It's Gen Z. They don't know. They don't know very well. They don't know very well. Okay, I gave a whole $100 bill to the Gen Z. And then I said, wait, before she even typed it in the computer. I said, wait. It was $90 and like 50 cents or something like that. So I gave her a whole dollar. So I gave her 101. I gave her $100 bill and a dollar bill. And she got confused. She goes, no, hold the dollar. I go, no, I'm not going to hold the dollar. Here, put it in there. She goes, sir, I don't want to tell you again. I just don't want to ruin my bank. Just what she said. I go, what the hell are you talking about? Now I'm talking like her father. Now I'm talking like her father. You know what? I'm her father now at this point. Her father didn't teach her. Guess what? I'm teaching her. I told her, okay, look, all you have to do is don't put it in the computer. You could do it mentally. Okay? You're going to be giving me $9 and like change, right? So instead of you giving me a $5 bill with 4 singles, I'm giving you $1 so you can give me a whole $10 bill back. You can give me the change after, no big deal. But I want a whole $10 bill back because I don't want to have $9 bills that you're going to be giving me like Monopoly. I don't want Monopoly coming out of my pocket. And she goes, but it's not that easy. Cool, it is easy. All you have to do is forget about the coins that you're giving me back. Put the dollar bill on that, right? So you're going to give me 9 back. I'm giving you $1, so you're going to give me 10. It's easy. And I ask her, this is when it got real. I go, hey, just a real question. Have you ever played Monopoly before? She goes, no. Never played Monopoly before, but I've heard my friends saying that their parents love Monopoly. Come on. You gotta be joking me. Are you joking me? Gen Z, man, that's the new generation. New generation, what do they have? Without computers, without the AIs, I don't even know if they'll survive the future. If there's a power outage and we have no power, are those kids going to survive Gen Z? Are they going to know how to do 2 plus 2? I don't know if they're going to know how to do 2 plus 2. But it was just simple math. I do know a lot of you, if you guys are getting confused about what I'm saying, you know what? Maybe, thank the Lord you're not a cashier. But yes. Point of the matter is, on the stream, I think we have to end the stream very soon because I think I've had enough fun. I had enough fun on the stream. The whiskey of the stream, we can say, is it not this one? I think the whiskey of the stream is this Stagg. This Stagg 24C. I think it's the whiskey of the stream. We could say that Cory Hill's the whiskey of the stream. It is really good. But there's 3 releases of Stagg. And the B release, it's phenomenal. The B release is phenomenal. It just had a lot of fruit, right? I love the fruit. I had backup for both of these bottles. This one so far, now that I had the neck pour. Now, if you don't know what a neck pour is, let's tune you in on what a neck pour is. Let's drink the rest of this. Let's tune you in to what a neck pour is. I'll tell you right now. Before I tell you, let's drink the rest of this. There's 4 roses. $100 ball, $100 ball. Let's drink this up. Okay, here we go. So next pours are basically you're getting the full proofing. If it says 128.9 proof, you're going to get the full proofing on the neck pour. Sometimes it's too much for a lot of people. I do know that if you're drinking a whiskey the first time and it's a high proofer and you pop it open, I'm going to tell you right now ahead of time, the next day you drink is going to be a lot better than the first day. Why? Because that alcohol content tunes down. On the second day, even the week, when the week goes by, it tunes down a little bit. So, this is the beautiful thing about American whiskey. We have a lot of high-proof whiskeys out here. And the reason why we drink bourbon whiskey and rye whiskeys and American whiskeys is because we have the best flavors in our whiskeys out of all the companies out there around the world. We know that they're high proof. Scotland doesn't make high proof, and if they do make high proof, it doesn't have dark fruits. It doesn't have those caramel notes. It doesn't have those rich brown sugar notes. It doesn't have that beautiful oak note on here that American whiskey has. It's just it's a different animal. It's like playing soccer. Out here we play football, yes? There's two different footballs, right? There's soccer and the real American football. That's just what it is. We're going to end the stream soon, okay? We're going to end the stream soon. I hope you guys have been enjoying the chat room. I do know the chat room's free for anybody watching. You have to be subscribed. You just have to be type and enjoy and mingle in the chat room. I don't think I'm going to drink another whiskey. We drank a lot of whiskey so far, a lot of high-proof whiskeys that we drank so far. I don't think I'm going to drink another whiskey. Maybe pour a little of this. No. Let me drink a little bit of water real quick. I'll figure this out after I drink a little bit of water. It's all right. Okay, so here we go. I know Joe Water says that he's hunting in the mountains. He got some wolves next to him. Shout out to Joe Waters. The point of the matter is, on this stream, we talked about some of these whiskeys that I think were phenomenal. If you're into whiskey, you gotta get some of these. They're really, really good. I honestly want to drink a little piece of this. Oh, wait a minute. I can't drink this. I drank this enough. Let's put another whiskey that might be on this year's My Whiskey list. Let's put another whiskey. I haven't put it on here. I don't know why I haven't put it on here. I should have put it on here. Let's put another whiskey that I might put on our top 10. This right here, my friends. Ripper Cory. This right here. Look at how much I drank of it. It's right here. Bottle of the year. One of the bottles of the year. This is Larceny C 926. C 926. I haven't bought any all the Elijah Craigs. They're pointless to buy this year. Personally, I think they put more. I think they put more effort into some of these, the Larcenys, and I can say we're gonna pour this up in our glass. Larceny barrel proof. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear that. Somebody's having sex in their house and I can hear it from far away. These people are animals out here. I can hear it. Man. Anyways, Larceny, barrel proof. Let's nose this out. That is insane. Let's drink this up. I don't have time to be nosing this out. Let's drink this up. There's an underlining note on here that is ridiculous. There's some molasses on here, good amount of molasses. Good amount of molasses. Wow. A good amount of molasses. This has like a jammy note on here. Like a blueberry jam. Unlike any other whiskeys we had on the stream. This almost reminds me of putting blueberry jam on my hot toast. Very nice jam. Very thick, very rich. Let me take a sip out of this again. I don't think I'm going to put water in this at all because it's so perfect. This is so perfect. Let's drink this up. This is so perfect. Wow, this is good. Blueberry jam, blueberry jam, blueberry jam. A little bit of cinnamon to go with that blueberry jam. It pops it nicely. I gotta go back to this. I lost all my train of thought. I was so focused on how good it is. I lost my train of thought. Okay, here we go. Let's go again. This is really one of the best out here. Now, out of all of these whiskeys, nothing out here has that blueberry jam note that I'm tasting on my lips. And the finish is so long. I still have the finish on this whiskey lingering lingering. It is incredible. Incredible. Wheated bourbons. Wheated bourbons are meant for you to supposedly have a good amount of fruit notes on here, right? Wheated bourbons, you guys. You can look up the mash bill. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to teach you about the mash, but you can go look that up yourself. But wheated bourbons, you do get a little bit of fruit notes, mainly on all wheated. They're supposed to have a little bit of fruit notes, even darker fruits or something like that. But this over here, 121, 125 proof. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. There's no candy on here. Let me say it. There's no candy like Coy Hill. This is jammy. It's like I'm eating a toast with not even a thin layer of blueberry. A thick layer. It's really good. Let's drink this up. A little bit of spice. It goes well. Caramel, a little bit of spice. It goes well with the caramel. Blueberries are still right there. I get a little bit of leather note on here. Very unique. Very unique. Those it's like baking spices. They're following me throughout the finish. Following me throughout the finish. Really like that. On the finish, it keeps my mouth watering. Really rich and juicy. Oak note on here is, you can taste it. It almost gives you a nice, almost like a seasoned oak note, but it's not seasoned. We're going to take back that seasoning because we don't have a lot of seasoning on here, right? Cinnamon, little bit of spices, baking spices, caramel, and oak note on here. What can I say about the oak note? Oak note is really coming through in the finish. It's not spicy. Oak note on here, coming through on the finish. It almost gives you a dusty little oak. It gives you almost like a little dusty oak note on here. I like this a lot. This has to be one of my favorite releases of Heaven Hill. Out of all the ones that we had, we got all of them, right? We got the A, we got the B, and we got the C. This is my favorite one. This is the one that I'm racking up. Every time I see one, I buy it. I buy it every time I see one. I rack these up. When I like one, I rack them up. You can tell already how much I like it. Look at that. Look at how low it is. This just came out recently. This came out in, I believe, November. Wait a minute. Did it come out in November? I think November. It came out in November. Look at how low it is. That's when you know I really like something. Right? You know I really like something just like this. Coy Hill. It's already almost gone. We drink our whiskey. We drink our whiskeys out here, right? That's really good. This one has to be the top 10 whiskey of the year. Top 10 whiskey of the year. This is outstanding. Now what makes this outstanding? That's the thing. That's a real cliffhanger. What makes this outstanding? Out of all the other ones, the A and the B, what makes this outstanding? That's the real cliffhanger on here, right? Is the bottle, the beautiful bottle making me feel like this is the winner because it's a beautiful bottle. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now, hit that like button, tap the screen a couple times, subscribe. Is the bottle making this? Is the bottle making me wanna say that this is a winner because just the bottle is just different? Am I getting influence? Am I getting influence on the because of the bottle? Look at the bottle. It's beautiful. It's brand new. It's like a brand new Pokemon card. It's like a brand new Pokemon card. It's like a brand new Pokemon card. There's no spices that I find on here like the chilies. A1 had a chili note, right? A1, the first batch had a chili note. This one doesn't have that. This one doesn't. It's just like erased. So let me see. I'm gonna do one more, and we're gonna end the stream. One more sip, and we're gonna end the stream. Okay? There goes $10. There goes $10. A shot of this in Miami. A shot of this in Miami goes for $45. $45. A shot of that in Miami. Let me see. Let me see what makes this a winner. I'm putting no water in there. No water. I should put water. I should put water. I'll put it after. I should put water. Let's see who makes this a winner. Let's drink this. There it is. There it is. There it is. The age on here. You can tell the age, a little bit aged. Oak note on here is pretty in your face, but it's sweet. It's not sweet. It's almost like a ripe. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a danky oak note. It's a danky oak note. The oak note on here is what makes this the whiskey of the year when it comes to larceny. Maybe it's a fruit note on here or that jammy blueberry jam. We can't say it's strawberry. It's like blueberry. That also gives it another extra emphasis on that. But the one thing is that blows me away. You have bottles out there that are $300, right? You got like a 15-year or 18-year bourbon whiskey that has oak note that really just flows through. You have the oak note on here where it's so good and so nice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is insane. We're going to end the stream now, okay, for all of you watching. We're going to end the stream now. You guys are amazing. Let me drink one more sip. Oh, that is ridiculous. It almost reminds me of a grape soda. It's so good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the stream now, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, shout outs to everybody out here. Edgar and we all on the stream today. Who dat on the earlier stream. Don't forget to watch the earlier streams. You guys are amazing. All the whiskeys we had on here. Hope you learned a little bit of something. I'm going to do next week. I think I'm going to do a top 10. If I don't do a top 10, it's because I don't feel it. But the point of the matter is, shout out to the USA. Shout out to the U.S. Marines, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and U.S. Space Force. The Space Force battalions over there in the moon. Shout out to the Space Force. Nobody gives them a little praise. And Also, a Reaper Crew. Shout out to the Reaper Crew in the chat room. Shout out to April O'Neil in the chat room. Huge shout out to April O'Neil. Joe Waters. Always driving, and watching. Forum Kid, thank you so much for being here always. If you're watching right now, get your membership. If you haven't got your membership, I'm probably not going to be able to see you. Get your membership. Shout out to Al Gordon. Shout out to Who Dat today. Shout out to Tater Dom. Tater Dom was holding it down earlier when we started cooking on the barbecue. I need to go to my oven. I need to see how it's looking. And Forum Kitty, I see you, Forum Kitty, April, I see you. Jenny from the block was in the stream. Shout out to Jenny from the block. JP was on stream. Shout out to JP. Everybody was on stream. This is Saturday, December 32nd, 2024. You guys are amazing. And Reaper officially signing out. Who am I going to say goodbye last? Who am I going to say goodbye last? Ooh, we got some Joe Waters. We got some strippers out here. Cheetah. We got some stripper cheetahs in the chat room. Cheetahs in the chat room. Okay, anyways, the point of the matter is, what is the best whiskey on the stream? The best whiskey on the stream is officially, let me say it right now, the best whiskey. By the way, Reaper sign now. The best whiskey on the stream is officially